Hi, I'm Teya from The Little Guy, and in this video I'm going to be talking about extraction. Extraction is a dissolving process, so in really simple terms, we're literally just talking about the combining of your water into your actual ground coffee at the right pressure and temperature to create your perfect espresso shots. With a crema laid across the top, a really lovely golden crema, which is one of the most obvious visual indicators that you've done a really great job in preparing your basket. So the focus of this video is really just going to be putting your coffee into your basket carefully, because if you are careful with this process, you're going to be confident that every time you're going to get great results just like we do. So the elements we're going to be focusing on start with our grind, so how fine or how coarse your grind is. Then we're going to be talking about dosing our coffee, so how much coffee we're putting into the basket. The two different baskets that come in the kit, so we've got our supermarket basket and our espresso basket. Tamp pressure, so when it's important to tamp firmly and when it's not so important. So let's get into grind. Grind is really important as it controls the temperature of your water as it passes through the coffee in your basket. We spoke earlier about this being a dissolving process, and with the right grind in the right basket will create the correct temperature for when the coffee and water combine. It sounds really complicated, but it's not. So if you just stay with me for the next bit, where I'll show you how to put the coffee into the basket really carefully so you get these great results. Now let's talk about the baskets really briefly, the two baskets you have in your kit. We've got a supermarket basket and an espresso basket. Now the supermarket basket is the basket that has only a small amount of holes in the middle of the basket base. This basket is used for your store-bought coffee that is labelled espresso grind, and this will be a slightly coarser grind than what you'd use in your espresso basket. The espresso basket is the basket we use for a finer grind and has hundreds of little holes across the base. This basket is used for your coffee that you may grind at home with your home grinder, or if you go to a cafe or roastery and get your coffee ground by the barista there. What you need to ask for is the same coffee that they would use in their commercial machines, as this is a slightly finer grind than what you find in store-bought coffee. So let's move on to dosing, or the amount of coffee you're putting into the basket and how you're putting it in there. The key to this is even distribution. It's really critical that while you're putting your coffee into the basket, you're giving the coffee handle a few taps just to collapse that coffee really evenly as you go. And when you get to the top, you level off the coffee so you've got a nice even surface, and you'll give it a tamp. The second dose is just a matter of putting a little bit more coffee in the top of the basket, giving it a little bit of a tap just to collapse it, level it off, and then give it a second tamp. And again, the tamp pressure doesn't really matter here, it's just a matter of consolidating that coffee into the basket. This is the easy bit. You put your coffee handle into your group head, engage your induction top, and away you go. The Little Guy induction top has an inbuilt timer that beeps at 8 minutes after the Little Guy setting has been engaged. So if you've dosed your basket correctly, your coffee will start to drip into your coffee jug around that 8-minute mark, give or take 30 seconds either side. A little hint when it comes to looking out for your crema is that it's all down to the temperature of your head. The head is this little band of steel that runs between the group cup and the body of the machine. You can actually feel this during the cycle really carefully, and you'll see that it starts to heat up here near the handle and run anti-clockwise around towards the back of the machine towards the neck. It also creeps around really slowly at the front. And the last point to get hot is just in here behind the steam assembly, right up next to the neck, where the head will get hot there. And as soon as that gets hot, that's where your first signs of crema will come through. You can use the heat settings on your induction top for pressure profiling during extraction. And if you'd like to know more about this, shoot us an email. We hope this has been really helpful for you. And if you do require any further support, please don't hesitate to contact us through our website, thelittleguy.info.